Level 1. The Wake Up. You wake to the silence after the sirens. A single alert on your phone. 0, 0, 0, 0. Statute lapsed. No walls of law for the next 24 hours. You sit up. Your pulse is loud. Everything feels sharper. Choices are visible now. Not hypotheticals. Real roads. Real people. Real danger. You step into the hallway. Neighbors are in doorways. Eyes searching, hands empty. Weapons visible. Faces split between thrill and fear. Tone of the city changes. Streetlights hum like a countdown. You're told once a year. You watch it unfold one day to test the edges. One day to see what happens if we unbind the contract. You taste adrenaline and possibility. You make a decision? Not yet. But you watch the clock. Level 2. The market. You hit the market. Shutters are down on some stores. Others are alive. A man with a cart of goods pushes through the crowd. Two teenagers lift a box from under a tarp and run. People applaud, laugh, nervous guilty. No police cars, no uniforms. Supply chains groan. Prices are chaos. Bargaining without rules. You see a pharmacy. Shelves stripped. Bottles glitter in a pile. You see a locked safe, shattered in a small pawn shop. Glass crunches underfoot. A woman trades a family heirloom for a bag. A child watches, gripping her mother's sleeve. You could do nothing. You could step in, or you could take. Your palms sweat. Your brain runs scenarios at a speed that feels dizzy. The market becomes a theater of human appetite. Every face is a question, every shadow an offer. You pick up a coin from the gutter. It's warm, you pocket it. Level 3. The Rules Without Enforcers. Without law, new rules form fast. Gangs morph into contract negotiators. Neighborhoods set curfews. Rooftop lookouts. Trade bulletins like stock tips. You learn to read micro-societies. A building across the street hangs a white sheet, a truce flag. 3 blocks over, someone posts a list. Protected, food, and kids. Fences form barter replaces bank accounts. Inside a cafe you once loved, a group is planning a hit. They speak in clipped professional tones. No siren, no judge, just the cold calculus of cost and gain. You talk to a security guard who stayed. "We're not cops," he says. "We're just people with flashlights." He offers to walk you home. For a price, you weigh the cost. He smiles and says, "You decide what you're worth tonight." It stings. Level 4. The Neighborhood Choice. On your block. Everything intensifies. A car pulls up, doors open. Friends and strangers climb into chaos. Someone drums on a metal trash can. They call it a signal. You see a kid you babysat last summer. He's older, braver, or broken. He hands out masks like candy. You're asked to join a run. They want to go take a generator 2 blocks over. You consider warmth for the block versus violence for the day. You remember a winter without power. You think of your neighbor Marie alone with a walker. She needs light. You volunteer to stand guard instead. Your decision is a small rebellion. One person refusing destabilizes a pattern. You and a few others pull chairs into a doorway and watch people move like tide. Some surf toward profit, others cling to shore. You talk quietly. You make a plan. Protect the vulnerable, share what you can. You sleep in shifts on a coil of caution. Level 5. At 2 o'clock, the siren silence sours further. You hear an engine rev. Your blood thumps. A group heads to the warehouse on the river. They want metal, fuel, maybe a truck. You are tempted. You imagine the wind in your hair, the cash burning holes in the pockets of your future. You imagine the look on your landlord's face when you pay rent early. You think of the other path, a clean conscience at sunrise. They press their faces to a map like it's scripture. You get in the car. For 10 minutes, you are part of the blur. Then you step out. You stand by the river while they run. You count steps. You memorize faces. Something in. You can't go through with the braking. Through the fence you watch metal glint in the lights, a siren in the distance. Not law, but community radio warns of a checkpoint. They scatter. One of them stumbles into you. You help steady him. He looks younger than you thought. You walk back toward the block. Your hands smell like diesel. Level 6. The aftershocks, by dawn, the city is a map of wounds. A smashed storefront where a bakery used to be. A church with a boarded window. Someone nailed a sign, "Tonight we found out what we are." You pass by a shelter. Volunteers cook cold coffee and hand out bandages. You meet a woman with a bleeding shoulder. She says that they were desperate. You meet a man who refused to take anything. His hands are empty, but his eyes are hollow, with what he lost last year. Stories spill in fragments. A child sobs for a toy that was taken. A family celebrates a generator. The city counts its gains and debts. Money changed hands. Trust did too. You catalog the damage in your head, not just broken glass, but broken assumption. You also count the small miracles. A neighbor left a note and a key for anyone who needed shelter. A florist gave away flowers. A teacher turned her classroom into a first aid station. Humanity rearranged itself overnight. You wonder if today's choices will stick. Level 7. Dawn and reckoning sunlight finds the graffiti and the grit. You walk the street as the statute returns. Sirens come back like a taut line snapping. Officers appear, but not enough to fix everything. You watch a man sit on a stoop and cry. He's neither thief nor saint, just a person who used a day to see where he stands. There will be arrests. There will be hearings. There will be more rules to rebuild trust. You think of the coin you pocketed at the market. It feels heavier now. You could return it, or you could keep it as proof of what the city felt like when unbound. You stand at the corner where the garbage can was a drum. You remember faces. You remember the kid with the mask. You remember your own hands. This day didn't make heroes or monsters. It revealed a ledger of choices even without law. We wrote rules. You helped write some. You broke others. You learned what you would do when every option was open. You learned the cost of being human without boundaries, and now the world folds back into its old shape. The statute hums back to life. You breathe. You are different, not safer. Not pure realer. Level 8. The question that remains. You carry a new question with you now. What do you change about the other 364 days? If one day can reveal this much greed, generosity, fear, courage, then what happens if we listen to it? Do we build better systems? Do we fight harder for fairness? Do we teach a child what you wish you knew? You could lock this day away as a horror story, or you could open it as a lesson. You stand at your door, you take the coin from your pocket. You walk to Marie's and slip it in her collection jar. She looks up, surprised, and nods like you both understand. You cross the street and help board up a window. Not because anyone ordered you to, because you chose to. The city will heal. It always does. But it will take more than laws. It will take choices like yours. Tonight taught you where you fit in the ledger. Tomorrow, you write a new line. The sun is higher. The statute is back. You hold the memory of an unbound day. You carry its weight and its lessons. You walk forward. You decide differently.